even though it sounds like we're new, we've been doing this about 6 years. So the concept is we partner with brands who need to get their products out in the marketplace. And there's so many different ways you can spend your marketing budget. You can do in-person events, you can do festivals, Coachella, in-store sampling. It's all very expensive. And end of day, you don't always have a trackable ROI on what happens to that investment, to that sample. So vacation rental and midterm rental placement is a very unique place to catch a guest, also a consumer, in the right mindset, in the right place. They're willing to try something new, learn about it. It's a very relaxed environment and it's fun. You're with family, you're with friends. So we give some really fun interactive items just to have that awareness and trial. That's what we're trying to do. This is not a sales push for the brands. It's just give it a shot.
Welcome to the Bed & Home Show. I'm so excited to have Rachel Vigil on today. Are you guys excited for some free stuff? Because who doesn't love free things, and even better, free things that you get to share with hosts or with guests that come into your property. So I'm so excited. This is Rachel Vigil. Let's dive in and talk about up-close marketing, your business, how you got started, and all the exciting things that you have to share with us. I met Rachel this weekend, actually at the MTR Summit, which was an incredible just week of amazing hosts and encouragement and just all sorts of, I can't even recap it. I don't even have the words because it was that fantastic. But one of the coolest things was Rachel was up on stage sharing about her company that I thought was just so intriguing and so exciting that I couldn't help but share it with you guys. So welcome, Rachel, to our show.
Thanks, Kelly. Thanks for having me. I know when you go to these events and you just plop your name at a table, you have no idea who you're going to sit next to. And I think I scored because I met your whole team and it was such a fun night to get to know you.
It was so fun. So fun. So tell us a little bit about, let's just jump in and tell us about up close marketing, how you got started. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just how it began for you.
Yeah. So about 8 years ago, I bought our first vacation rental up in Big Bear, California. I'm located in Temecula. So we self-managed, we're running that. And a friend sent me a message on Facebook and said, hey, check out this company. It's called Free Products for House. They're giving away a free mattress. And just like every person, you don't believe it. You're skeptic.
Right.
No way are they giving me a mattress. Why would they do that? Right. But I signed up. I was like, why not? Let's give it a shot. Yeah. And I got a mattress. It was a Muse mattress. They're, I think, around $2,000-$3,000 put in our property. And then shortly after, I got a Theragun massage gun, and then all these other products. So I thought, this is genius. I mean, this is incredible. I'm getting free stuff to give to my guests, and it's really luxury, high end. And I was getting all these nice comments back when a guest stayed. So just like, you know, any person that wants to put themselves out there, I just started emailing the CEO. His name is Justin, and kept telling him how much I needed to work for him because what he was doing was incredible. I have a marketing background of 10 years. And so he did. He hired me, and then I ran the whole product placement under Free Products for House for about 5 years. He shifted and changed the company to Showplace. So some of you may have heard about that, but he went more in the design and furnish direction. And then I took the product placement and moved it to up close marketing last year. So even though it sounds like we're new, we've been doing this about 6 years. So the concept is we partner with brands who need to get their products out in the marketplace. And there's so many different ways you can spend your marketing budget. You can do in-person events, you can do festivals, Coachella, in-store sampling. It's all very expensive. And end of day, you don't always have a trackable ROI on what happens to that investment, to that sample. So vacation rental and midterm rental placement is a very unique place to catch a guest, also a consumer, in the right mindset, in the right place. They're willing to try something new, learn about it. It's a very relaxed environment and it's fun. You're with family, you're with friends. So we give some really fun interactive items just to have that awareness and trial. That's what we're trying to do. This is not a sales push for the brands. It's just give it a shot. It might be an emerging brand, which is one of my favorites. Just getting started. They're not even in stores yet, just online. And then it could be some very established brands that maybe have a new product or they're trying to grow in certain areas. So brands can be very targeted to the type of audience. I mean, we as hosts, we know who's staying in our property. Is it snowbirds, families, bachelorette parties, which is very targeted. And then they can select where they want the placement. And the host benefits, the guest benefits, 100% free. Everybody always said, okay, but where do you pay? It's the brand's paying. It's their marketing budget. So they front the cost and you don't even pay for shipping. It's free just to get the product out there. And in return, we do ask for marketing. So there will be like a 5x7 marketing stand that you'll put out for every booking and snap a couple photos, take a survey, and that's it. That's what we ask in return to provide back to the brand.
That is so incredible. It feels like unbelievable. And then you're like, no, this is legit. This is real. You can really have new products that people are just coming out with and putting them in properties. And like you said, ones that are established. I think that is so, so incredible. So that was so exciting for me because obviously we have a community that we teach insurance midterm rentals is our like main gem and go to, but we have, we host all sorts of different corporate clients and stuff like that as well. And then we actually backfill with STR often as well. So we have STR hosts and MTR hosts. But the majority of what we do is insurance midterm rentals. So how does this work then with like a midterm rental family? Because I think like, gosh, what if I don't use all the products that you send me? How does that work? And then also, I mean, I guess you could answer that first, but also do hosts try it out as well? How does that work?
Yeah, I always say let the host try it and your cleaners. They're usually the ones stocking. And so I do like them to get excited because then they're willing to put up that pretty display and everything too. So yeah, definitely. The worst thing that could happen is you get too much product and then it expires and you have to throw it away. Like we don't want that to happen. So here's the difference is we started with vacation rentals and I am growing into midterm rentals, campgrounds, glamping sites, RV rentals. I mean, there's so many opportunities for this and each one will kind of have its own quantities. But how it works is you create an account, you add your listings. If you have more than 10, shoot us an email and we'll do it for you just because we're trying to get basic information like where is it, city and state, number of guests, the number of bathrooms, bedrooms, all of that. If it's kid friendly, pet friendly. And then one of the options is it short term, midterm, or long term. So based upon how you select and when you see an opportunity come out, which we announce every Wednesday on social media if we have a new free product, what you always want to pay attention to is the quantity. So for example, right now we have Heineken. It's a no alcohol Heineken 0.0. It's meant the quantity for short-term rentals, which is 8 cases, 192 cans. The intent is to give a 3-month supply, so that every booking has enough for one adult to have 1 can to try. For a midterm rental, what I'd suggest is don't add all of your listings when you kind of go to check out. So look to say, all right, maybe it's a quarter of that amount, but then disperse it between your midterm rentals because it's going to move slowly per property, but you can still spread it out between the properties. So you'll know best that quantity. You can always ask, but that's what I say. Now, some of the product differences, which is really fun, is when a brand has to do individual samples, it can be really expensive. So the benefit to midterm rentals is we can do full size. They're there for a longer time. So
really?
So we can do full size. Yeah, cleaning products. We can do like full size shampoo, conditioners, all of those. And then one of my favorites are the appliances and mattresses, because when you have been sleeping on a bed for that period of time and you're getting good night's sleep, your likelihood is when you do need a new mattress, you might tend to go to that brand.
Yeah, sure.
And think vacuums, ovens, toasters, coffee makers, all of those is you're going to be using it almost every day for a month or longer. So what an amazing opportunity for some of those type of products. So that's where you'll see some of the shift is it may not be individual samples, but it might be very targeted to midterm rentals with full size and appliances.
Oh, that's incredible. I love that.
I
That's
know,
so
who doesn't? It's like the best. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, on the other side, I'd love to even share because I mean, it's just fun to promote other people's businesses and help people. Like that's what I love about this industry. It's like you get to help so many people in it, and it's so fun doing it.
It is.
How do you recommend that? Like new brands reach out, or what is that opportunity for them to be sharing some of their products? Because, like, I know I have friends that have
Yeah.
started new companies, and it
Mhm.
is hard to get into retail and that sort of thing. So
Yeah.
how does that work?
It is. Yeah, you can send me an email, just
Okay.
Rachel, Rachel, at Up Close Marketing. Marketing is abbreviated. It's mktg.com. Or
Okay.
just go to the website, do the contact me form. I'm also on LinkedIn, just under my name.
Okay.
I just shoot me an email and we can always set up a call just to go through it. I also attend some expos. I kind of feel like I get the best of both worlds. I get
Mm.
to property managers and hosts, and then I get to go to these events that are brand focused. So
Yeah.
I do the Natural Product Expo in Anaheim, and see all the upcoming items that are about to hit the stores or trying to get into stores. So that and yeah, any sort of startups, have a conversation because it really is not the same investment as you would think of doing some of these other kind of events for product placement and sampling. I'll give one example because I think it's
Yeah.
my favorite. To Coachella. So we're coming off of Coachella and Stagecoach. It's a 3-weekend long music festival in the desert in California. It's intense. I mean, there's so many thousands of people that go there and they're camping, they're staying everywhere. I mean, the whole desert gets flooded over these 3 weekends. Rumor has it, I mean, don't quote me, but rumor has it, it's $750,000 to be in the event to sponsor it. So you have a table, you have your staff, you have those thousands of samples going out. And for a brand, you're pushing it, but you don't know really what is the impact. So what I do instead is we place the products in vacation rentals surrounding the event. So we can do this for sporting events. We can do it for so many different opportunities. Yeah, I mean, colleges and alumni visiting. So instead of being at the actual event, they're coming back and they're having a better quality experience. One, they're probably sober or more sober than being at the actual event. And you're going to have photos, you're going to get some feedback because on some of the marketing, we leave an optional survey for the guests to answer a couple questions. What did you think about the product? And so it gives more insight at way less of a cost. So
That's genius. I love that. That's so smart. That's a great idea. So
yeah.
for the guests, what are they actually seeing? So you said the 5x7. Do you guys provide that for us, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's different, depending on the product. So we've done like beauty products that will go in the bathroom. We've done mouthwash and deodorant. Those will usually be a little decal, like one of those sticky decal static clings that you put on the mirror.
Okay.
So it's really easy, just right there on the mirror with the product off to the side. And then a lot of times it's in the kitchen. It could be part of the welcome basket if you put the marketing in there, but I do prefer to have more of that separate display. So when they walk in, and we all know as a guest, when you walk into a hotel or a vacation rental, you hope that there's something there. You've just spent a lot to stay. You're tired. You're hungry, you're thirsty, like give me a bottle of wine or not wine, give me a bottle of water, but don't charge me like $7 for that bottle, which was the recent stay in the hotel. So it is that surprise and delight when you walk in the kitchen, there's these snacks for you. There's some very unique drinks to have. So that's what we're trying to do, is that first impression to elevate the guest stay. So from the guest standpoint, this is very beneficial for the host because right off the bat, they're thinking, this host is incredible. They actually left me something. And I say, this is to step it up. Still have your basics. Do your coffee bar. Do those shampoos and conditioners. What we're doing is either replacing to save you the cost for those 3 months, or we're going to give you a better product or a new amenity to add to your property. So it can only make it a better stay for the guest and a better impression to get those 5-star reviews. And it just continues on. You get 5 stars, you charge more per night, you get higher occupancy. So you'll see that impact.
That is incredible. I love that. That's so fun. Rachel, I'd love to hear like what you're excited about in your business and what is up and coming that you have in the pipeline, or what are some products that are coming out that you know of, and just, yeah, where you guys are headed with your business and what's exciting about it.
Yeah. So the two best seasons, which of course are going to be my favorite because that's when brands all come reaching out to me. It's going into summer because think of all the summer destinations. That is a heavy time to travel. So we've got beaches, lakes, amusement park, national parks. So think of sunscreens, hydration, pool items. So those are what I look forward to coming into summer, which is where we're heading. And then right after that, we start getting into winter, and those become your ski destinations and active and snow zones, snowbirds. I mean, all of that. So plenty of products will be coming. We have about 2 to 3 that we launch every month. So the process is you'll receive an email, like if you sign up. Every Wednesday, our newsletter goes out. Follow us on social media, and that's at Up Close Marketing spelled out. And you'll be the first because a lot of them are first come, first serve. So when you see free, you want to get on there and grab it as fast as you can because they do have limited supply. Some that we have right now are, well, one, it's what I mentioned. It's the Heineken, no alcohol. It's in certain areas. There's certain cities that legally they're allowed to go to, but it's no alcohol. It might be gone because I think we're about 200 spots left. So it might be gone by the time you hear this, but maybe not. And then this one should be coming soon for summer. This is a really fun one. It's called Magic Mind. And it's a healthy shot for energy, but there's going to be a matching one that's a pretty purple for sleep. And so when a guest comes, it'll be in the fridge to start their day and to end their day, which is so very fun because it's healthy and it's a product that probably most have not tried. So those are 2. And then I can't share others other than I've spoken to some fun perfume companies, beauty products and consumables, meaning like snacks and drinks and breakfast items. So plenty on their way.
That's so exciting. So about how many people can actually, like how many hosts can actually sign up? You mentioned that you have 200 spots left. I was like, oh, that seems like a lot. How many are you allowed? Or, I mean, obviously every product's probably different.
Yeah. So when I say spots, I should clarify that it means listings. So you could be a host, and if you have 200 listings, you can just get the rest of Heineken and we'll send you pallets. Or if you have one listing, then we'll send you just enough for that one listing. So it really varies. So
sorry to interrupt. What is like the turnaround time? So say I order it, how quickly is it shipped to us for our properties?
Yeah, so it's usually from the point of order 2 to 3 weeks. And on the page, there's a web page for every product. It will give the details like quantity, qualifications, what we're asking, which is photos and survey, optional social media, which is great to promote your listing and tag the brand. I mean, it's optional, but it's great just to let people know that when they book, they're going to get these free items. And so typically from the point of ordering to it going to your property or to your primary home or to your cleaner's address, about 3 weeks, but always keep an eye out because sometimes they're coming into a warehouse, repackaging, and then shipping out. So keep in mind that you always want to look at the quantity because some would be pallets if you have a lot of properties. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Great. That's great advice. Could you share just some like testimonies that you have of people, what the guests have shared about the products that have been in the property? I would love to hear some of those.
Yeah. So the best is when they're completing that review, they actually call out the products. That's my favorite because then you know this is working. So we get that a lot. Or the host will hear feedback through just an app or text or however they communicate, asking them, what is this mattress? Or where do I find this? I mean, we get that regardless if it's an item you just purchased and you put in your property versus one that you actually got for free. I mean, a lot of times they don't know the difference.
Right.
So yeah, we've received a lot of testimonies from the guests, which I personally have too, because my property, if you stay at my property, you're going to get a little bit of everything. So it's like, whoa, why did I just walk into a free Sure. I mean, it's pretty cool.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So we'll get that. And then I'll hear a lot from hosts who share the feedback of this really is making a difference in my amenities. It's saving me money. I get about once a week somebody doing that. And I swear we have the best host network because they'll create fun reels. We had one today that she was showing off all of her products and everyone gets so creative. And this is the best industry because everybody is so willing to share and help each other out. I would also say, just if you are thinking about signing up, there's no risk. I mean, you don't even have to have a property. You can still create an account. And then once you get a property, go ahead and add it. But it's real simple. It takes about 30 seconds. You go on to upclosemarketing.com, host sign up, add the properties, and then you'll be added to the newsletter. And then there's you'll get some emails that walk you through how do you submit the photos? How do you complete the survey? It's all in your portal once you log in. So everything's really confined and pretty easy to move forward with.
That's great. Yeah, I know I signed up. I was like, oh, this is very simple. This is fantastic. So one other question I had is, so there's potential that we could overlap multiple items if we get on it, every week, potentially. Is that something you see happening with hosts where they kind of have a couple things that they're able to share with guests?
Yes, most definitely. I just ask that you don't put competing products. So
sure,
that makes sense. A Red Bull and a Monster in there.
Right. That makes sense.
You want to spread it out so that the brand is getting their exposure and their marketing because they really are investing in this. And then going back because I just remembered the other question is brands and limited quantities. So here's how it works is before I've noticed that hosts are very hesitant to share about this new gem that they found with free products. And it actually works the opposite because the more that I have in our network, the bigger campaigns and brands will come on. So we've done some with some laundry pods and it was a big one. And it actually took a little bit while to fill because I didn't have a lot of listings when I first started in the network. So the more you share, the more listings, the more opportunity for everybody, because a lot of people are like, oh, if I keep it secret, then I'm going to get all the products to myself. So what you'll see is some of the brands will do a trial. And so a trial is only 100 homes and it seems very small. But how that works is that becomes more of an apply. So you'll say, yes, I'm interested. And then the brand will select, well, these are the properties I'd like to invite to participate, evaluate if it went well. And if so, then they'll come back for another one. So that's why it's so important to do the deliverables, like the photos and the survey. So we love rewarding our hosts for that. When you have 3 in a row that you've submitted photos, done the survey for, then you become a VIP. And this is what everybody wants because you get 24 access before it's released to everybody else. So you have more opportunity to get those free products when you just do the easy deliverables.
Oh, I love that. That's so awesome. Okay, people. So become VIPs, do your surveys, take your photos. So practically I'm like, okay, how do I systematize this in my rentals? So do a lot of people just have like, if they're coming in and putting the welcome basket or whatever, then they set it up, snap a photo of just where it's located and then fill out the survey personally when we actually try the product? Is that what what the survey is for?
Yeah. So the best process that I like to recommend is when you decide where the product ships, it can go to your cleaner, or if you're nearby, have it come to you, and then you can put it in the property. So if there's a locked closet, you can store them there, but it's treated as any other amenity, toilet paper, paper towels. I mean, just like the cleaners would go and set these out for every booking, same thing. Just put it out like you normally would. The photo is just one time. So you can have them set it up with the marketing stand, the product, take 3 photos. This is what we ask, like one vertical, one horizontal. You can get creative. If you want to post on social media, just take that marketing out and get creative. You can have people in it, have just props, whatever you want for the photo. So that's just one time. It confirms that you got the product to the marketing and it's in your property. And then the survey is just asking you as a host, did you like it? What kind of feedback did you get from your guests? Did they take it? Would you want to do it again? So really simple.
Great. Yeah. I mean, all of that does not sound like it takes a lot of time at all. And how great for us hosts who are already buying some of these products to just bless these families and bring in unique, really cool things. I mean, I know like with Vetted Homes, we do, well, personally, gift cards for the families that come because we obviously house families who have been displaced because of a fire or flood or some sort of catastrophe. And so doing something extra to just show them a little love, putting the up close marketing products out would be so fun. I love it. So we're so excited to promote it. Everybody should sign up. We're going to share also with our community, Vetted Homes community. So I'm so excited, Rachel, that you're on today. And then I'd love to see just what you're excited about, even personally moving forward with the business and even your properties and just where you're headed and excited.
Yeah, I think growing into those unique outdoor spaces is going to be really fun because there's so many campgrounds and a lot of also boutique motels. I'm seeing those pop up that are run kind of the same as an Airbnb. And I think corporate stays is another big area to go in. So I'm excited for that. I've also put thought into other areas like military, fire, police, hospitals. I mean, there's a lot of areas to grow. And then of course, international. So I want to get established here in the United States. Then I want to go into Canada. And then I would love to pack up the family and go to Australia, but they don't seem as excited as I do for that one. But I think it'd be really fun. So I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I just right now getting established, getting in front of as many hosts and property managers as I can and brands. And I also wanted to say, I don't think I mentioned this, is there really is no risk because we don't subscribe you. That was another question I always get is, well, are you just going to have products show up on my doorstep? And we never automatically send product. It's always up to you as a host to decide what works. So you opt in. So all we're doing is presenting the opportunity and then you decide if you want it or not and the quantity and then where you want to ship it to. So there really is no risk and sign up so you'll be ready to snatch it when the right one comes along.
Great. Okay. One other quick question. Some of us have properties that are in other states. How does that work? So if we can't, I mean, some are local to us, so obviously I can run those over, but the ones that are out of state, are you able to ship to those properties as well?
Okay. Yeah. So, because I have two. So I've got one in California and I have one in Hawaii. And so what I would do is log on to my portal, select the one in Big Bear, and then go put that shipping in. And then I come back to that page and select the one in Hawaii and then put that shipping in there. So absolutely. You always dictate where you want the shipping and for what listing.
Great. Well, it sounds like you have a very simple process to this. And I feel like it's something so easy for us hosts to put in our SOP and just get going on Wednesdays looking for it.
Yeah. And you'll get ready. I mean, you'll get antsy to get that newsletter. You're like, okay, what's coming? Because it is exciting. It could be something big. I mean, we've done e-bikes. We've done so many different types of products. So you just never know.
That is so fun. Well, I'm so thankful to have you on today and just to be able to share Up Close Marketing. You guys definitely check her out. Rachel, let us know where we can find you.
Yep. So to sign up, Up Close Marketing, abbreviated, mktg.com. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So you can find us with at Up Close Marketing spelled out, and on LinkedIn, just Rachel Vigil. Either way, I mean, we're on for both. So yeah, that's the best spot to get a hold of us.
Great. Well, we'll put all of that in the show notes so you guys can sign up today. Thanks so much, Rachel.
Yeah, Kelly, thank you.